Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99. We've got 99 cards, because Commander's number one. I am one of your hosts, Daniel. I am joined today with Slothy. Slothy, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, thanks. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We were just talking about it, and finally this weather is like stopping. We've been just buried in snow the last little bit, so I'm so happy to just have the end of winter, be able to actually get out, do some fun stuff again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be nice to look outside and not just see white everywhere.
Well, yeah, for everyone who watches like the streams and stuff, right? We generally do those at my house. Slothy and Brian and I all live in like the same area, but Slothy lives like a 40-ish minute drive away, and that drive in like a foot and a half of snow, not great. So, so hopefully we'll see a little more Slothy in the next little bit here.
Yeah, hopefully it'll get out soon, and I'm hoping to play this deck actually on stream.
Yeah, this one actually looks really, really cool. Do you want to let everyone know what the commander is on this one?
Absolutely. So we got Thrun, Breaker of Silence. This is 3 double green for a 5/5 legendary troll shaman. This spell can't be countered. He's got Trample, and Thrun, Breaker of Silence can't be the target of non-green spells your opponent controls or abilities from non-green sources your opponents control, and as long as it's your turn, Thrun has Indestructible.
I had misread this card, and I thought he can't be the target of non-green spells only just on your turn. He just always has it. So he can only be removed by green.
Yes.
That's rough.
Green or wide sweeper spells.
Yeah, but you have to, generally, if you want to spot removal Thrun, you have to, you're going to have something bigger fight him or beast within him, basically.
Yeah, exactly. He's very, very hard to get rid of.
And on your turn, it's indestructible, so you can indiscriminately swing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool commander as well. Like at like a 79-cent like budget for that card, like that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's one of one that I think is very, very cool. Yeah, especially with the what's it called?
The alt art?
The alt art, yes, that's the word.
Yeah, I think both the artworks on it look really, really great. Like by the way, anyone watching the video, I'm not the video editor, Brian is, and Brian's not here this week, so if it doesn't look great, blame Brian. Everyone send him a message to tell him to tell his work he can't show up.
Exactly.
Oh, Brian, we miss you. Let's jump right into the artifact section of your list. Like I see it right here. So we've got our Arcane Signet is going to be like the first one on our list. You 2 mana, add 1 mana of any color of your commander's identity.
Yep. Got to have that early game ramp. Next up, we got Argentum Armor, 6 mana for an equipment. Equipped creature gets +6/+6, and whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target permanent, and it's got equipped for 6.
Yeah, that's especially as an indestructible. You're making an indestructible 11/11. Let me quickly turn that phone ringer off. Don't know why that's on. Who would do such a thing in a recording? There we go. Anyways, we also have a Basilisk Collar. Like having Trample already is annoying, but giving it the death touch so that it can roll over 5 creatures immediately it's pretty gross, pretty disgusting.
Absolutely. We got Blackblade Reforged, 2 mana, legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. It has equipped legendary creature for 3 or equipped for 7. Yeah,
Blackblade is pretty great. We also have Commander's Plate, one of my favorite cards that they've printed in recent memory. It just does so much, especially for like a monocolor deck. You really can't go wrong with it. It's 1 mana. Equipped creature gets 3/3 protection from each color that's not in your commander's color identity. You can't target it with other colors. Now you can't block it with other colors. Like, it's pretty crazy. It has equip a commander for 3 and equip for 5. I love all those things that work for your commander, or like Blackblade with the equip like a legendary. I think those are really cool abilities.
Yeah, definitely. Then we've got Conqueror's Flail, 2 mana for another equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. That's not the part we care about for this one. As long as Conqueror's Flail is attached to a creature, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn.
That's such a gross card. Yeah, that one's really, really good. He already can't be removed. Now he can't be targeted by anything. Now you can't cast spells.
Yep.
I'm seeing where this deck's going, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
Yeah. We have a Fire Shrieker, a double strike, 3 mana, equipped creature gets double strike and equips for 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
On an indestructible commander, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it dying at all to blocks.
Nope.
Let's go.
Then
Next one.
We got Grafted Exoskeleton, 4 mana, another equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Infect. And whenever Grafted Exoskeleton becomes unattached from a permanent, sacrifice that permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually love that card. You also have a Grappling Hook, 4 mana. You never really see this one. 4 mana, equipped creature gets double strike. Whenever it attacks, you can force creatures to block it, which is brutal. And then it's also 4 mana to equip.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's not running a lot of like instant and sorcery removal. So having creature removal is nice.
Am I rubbing off on you finally?
Just in this once.
Yes.
Just this once.
Yes.
Only because it doesn't have blue.
That's fair.
Next up, we got Hammer of Nazan. 4 mana legendary artifact equipment. When it or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control, and equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has indestructible.
That's such a good equipment.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one that really needs to be reprinted, even though it was just reprinted.
Yeah, this one always seems to get back up there.
Well, the fact that it's just so high already, like it's already back up to $23 with a recent printing, it puts in work.
Yeah, absolutely.
You also have your Haunted Cloak, 3 mana, equipped creature gets Vigilance, Trample, and Haste, and equips for 1. That comes down quick.
Yep.
Yeah. The indestructible Haste Thrun is rough. I could see this deck killing people with commander damage really quickly a lot of games.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the goal of this one.
I can imagine, yep.
Then we got our Hero's Blade next. 2 mana. Equipped creature gets +3/+2, and whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach Hero's Blade to it, and it has equipped for 4.
Yeah, so it just keeps going right back on him.
Yeah.
You have your Lugsden Warhammer. 3 mana, equipped creature gets 3/0 trample and lifelink. Again, just another great way to gain all that life back. You don't care about swinging while he's indestructible, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Indestructible and nearly impossible to remove still. I like it.
Yeah. We got Moon's Silver Spear, 4 mana. Equipped creature has first strike, and whenever equipped creature attacks, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying, and it has equipped for 4.
Again, no downside to it, because usually the worry is, well, my commander will die if I attack, so I won't, but...
Yeah. Yeah, you have no worries swinging with Thrun.
Yeah. We also have our Nettlecyst. 3 mana, it's a living weapon. It enters with like a 0/0 black Phyrexian Germ. Equipped creature gets 1/1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control, so big. And then equips for 2.
Yeah. Then we got Prowler's Helm. 2 mana, equipped creature can't be blocked except by walls, and it has equipped for 2.
Yeah, that's a good finisher.
Yeah. There's a couple of those that just make him so he can't be stopped at all.
Yeah, and then you can just roll right over everyone.
Yeah.
I like that. You also have Quietus Spike, one of my favorite equipments to hit people with. Your equipped creature has Death Touch, which again, with Trample, is an amazing thing. Like, you cannot go wrong with a trampling Death Toucher. It's whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life rounded up. So all you need to do is, like, you roll over, because you've got Trample built in. You just need to assign 1 point, and roll over, you kill the creature, your creature's indestructible, and you lose half their life. That's rough.
Yeah.
And technically you have double strike on so many things, so they'd lose half their life, then lose half their life again. That's gross.
Yeah, I think going down to 10 life from 40 is perfectly fine.
Perfectly reasonable at 3 mana and a 3 equip.
Exactly.
In green.
Then we've got Sculpting Steel. 3 mana, you may have Sculpting Steel enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield.
I absolutely love to see this card at that price point.
Yeah. Did this one also just get a reprint recently?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really, really good. I really like that one.
Yeah.
You've also got your Soul Ring. Obviously, green's going to ramp, but Soul Ring's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. You still need to be able to get that early start with a 5 mana commander.
Soul Ring's everywhere except the game stores in our city.
Yep.
I have a problem.
Next up, we got Staff of Domination. 3 mana. You can pay 1 to untap it. Pay 2 and tap it to gain a life, 3 and tap it to untap target creature, 4 and tap it to tap target creature, or 5 and tap it to draw a card.
Yeah. I like that.
There are ways in here to make it so that you can just draw your entire deck or your. I'll get into what else
you got a few combos in there.
Later.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You also have Stratascythe, which is a card I really, really like, especially when you're playing like a monocolor deck like this. You've got 3 mana. It has imprint. When it enters, search your library for a land, exile it, and shuffle. Equipped creature gets 1/1 for each land on the battlefield with the same name as the exiled card. Not only yours. So forests are so prevalent in everyone's that you're going to be hitting a lot of forests already, but a really fun thing to do with it is like just to include a Yavimaya, so every land on the battlefield.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. It's not the main strategy of this one, but it's big. The fact that you've got, like, in your deck you have 30 plus forests already, right? So even halfway through, even this coming down as an cost 3 and equip 3, it's going to constantly be giving things like a 7/7 at least.
Oh, yeah, at the very least.
Yeah.
And I did just throw Yavimaya in there.
Oh, that makes that card gross, because if you've got another player ramping like really, really hard, or just someone else who's really ahead, be like, oh yeah, well, my trampling commander is now a 50/50, so what's up?
Yeah, 50/50 Death Touch Trampler. Good luck.
Right?
Well,
I guess it's only with the same name as the exiled card, so I don't know if Yavimaya would work. Because it's a forest, but it doesn't change their name.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think that's right. Well. I would still do it anyways.
Well, yeah. Next up, we got Sword of the Animist. Another one of my favorite equipments ever. 2 mana, it's legendary equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and whenever equipped creature attacks, you may search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. And that's equipped for 2.
Yeah. That's such good ramp.
Yeah. This one also needs another reprint soon. The last one was Forgotten Realms.
I'm hoping to see that one again in the Commander Legend stuff that's coming out. That looks pretty good. You've also got your Sword of Vengeance. 3 mana, again, 3 equip. Equipped creature gets 2/0, first strike, vigilance, trample, and haste. Your thing's able to come out so quickly. So quick, so fast.
Yep. Then we got Thran Power Suit, 2 mana. Equipped creature is +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it, and has Ward 2, and it's got equipped for 2.
Absolutely love Ward.
Yeah. Yeah, now, if you want to attack or try to remove the commander, you got to pay 2 more in addition to probably not being able to do it in the first place.
A green spell and...
a green spell and 2 more.
Yeah. The fun thing that you could do in a deck like this, like... I know it would be a rough workaround, but like you could put a Painter Servant in here and just make every spell red.
That's true.
So nobody could remove Thran. Like, Painter Servant's an expensive include, and that's like a hard workaround, but like, and again, you're only doing it for so little. There's not much green removal for creatures like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, just a Painter Servant turning everything red would make him, you can't even touch him.
Yeah, he's just there.
He just exists, yeah. I like that.
I quite like that, and I might proxy that because I'm not paying $100 for that card.
Is Painter Servant up to $100? Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got a Whisper Silk Cloak, 3 mana, equipped creatures unblockable. Again, something that cannot stand. And equipped creature has Shroud, which, again, you're already now removing this card.
Yeah. That
next card, hilarious.
This next one I kind of threw in as a little throwback to the first deck I did after joining really into the 99.
Yeah.
It's World Slayer, 5 mana. Whenever a quick creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy all permanents other than World Slayer, and it's got equipped for 5.
If World Slayer gets onto Thrun and Thrun gets through even slightly, I think that game is over for pretty much everyone. It's you can't really come back from that. Yeah, Thrun's indestructible, the World Slayer's indestructible, and out of the 3 people in your pod, like the likelihood of everyone pumping out a 1 mana blocker able to, like, let's say they've got a land, they've got a blocker, Thrun still tramples.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, who's going to be, like, evoking out these 5/5s?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's gross. The game is over once World Slayer hits the field.
Mm-hmm. And there's ways in this deck to just make everything that you control indestructible.
Yeah. Even without your own things being indestructible, your commander indestructible like that, yeah, there's not much you can do to come back. Like, generally people run stuff like this, like, alongside like a Toski or like an Avacyn and like a really battle cruisery meta kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Thrun has trample. The fact that all you need to do is just trample over one person. You don't need to commander damage the table with Thrun. You just need to hit 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gross. There's going to be one person up behind. Technically, by my own logic, this is a group hug deck because you're making everyone just as behind. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, all you're doing is you're just acting the ground. Listen, I'm throwing my lands away too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I would love to try and politics that as a group hug.
Okay, guys, we'll all just restart right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Slightly more far ahead than
everyone, but you still have your 5/5 and the World Slayer. That's not here. That's not the point.
Just forget about it.
Yeah, don't even worry about that. Yeah, World Slayer is a very, very cool inclusion in this deck.
Yeah.
Let's take your creatures next here.
Creatures, sure.
You started off, you've got the birds.
Yep.
I do love the birds. 1 green mana for a 0/1 flyer. It taps to add 1 mana of any color.
Yeah.
I love the birds.
Then we got Brass Squire, 3 mana for a 1/3 mirror. You can tap to attach a target equipment you control to target creature you control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna help.
Yeah. Kind of a staple in more Voltron decks.
Yeah. I've been just loving this card lately. The Canker Bloom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's 1 in the green for a 3/2 Phyrexian Fungus. Number 1, artwork super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, even as a vanilla creature, this is a 3/2 at 2 mana. That's great stats. Then it has 1 mana. You can sack it. You destroy an artifact. You destroy an enchantment, or you proliferate. Like, it's got so much utility built into this card.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's very quickly becoming one of, if not my favorite card from All Will Be One. Just like you said, because of the versatility it has. You
can also declare it as a blocker and do it in response. Like, there's so many great things you can do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we've got Duskshell Crawler, 1 in a green for a 0/3 insect. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample.
It's kind of cool.
I think it'd be funny for massive trampling birds.
Yeah, just suit the birds right up.
Mm-hmm.
You've got your Elvish Mystic, 1 green for a 1/1 Elf Druid that taps for 1 green.
Yep. Then you got Finthorn Elves, 1/1 Elf Druid for 1 green, taps for a green.
You are not going to believe this, but you also have a Llanowar Elves. Yeah, another 1-drop pip that... So, again, you've already got like 4 1-drops that are tapping for 1 mana. Like, great early ramp.
Yeah.
Next card, disgusting ramp.
Yep. This is part of that combo with Staff.
Oh, yeah, because you cannot keep untapping. Yep.
Yep. So Vala, Heart of the Wilds, 1 double green for a 2/3 legendary elf scout. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card if its power is greater than each other creature's power. It won't be because of Thrun.
Well, and this is such a very good card to just like power ramp those equipments out with.
Yeah.
Because again, at its worst with your commander, you're paying 1 green to tap for 5.
5. Yeah, exactly.
That puts the World Slayer on. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's got green and tap it at X mana. And any combination where X is the greatest power among creatures you control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenal card.
I love the next one. I've already scrolled down to it, the Silent Arbiter. Yeah. You've got your 4 mana, no more than 1 creature can attack each combat, no more than 1 can block each combat. That's not good when you have a suited up commander and it has trample built in.
Yeah.
You can only block with 1 thing. Good luck.
And you can only attack with 1 thing too.
Yeah, good luck. And Thrun gets vigilance from so many of these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
Speaking of Thrun, we have the other one. Thrun the Last Troll, 2 double green for a 4/4 legendary troll shaman. It can't be countered. And Thrun can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. You can pay 1 and a green, regenerate Thrun.
Yeah, another. You could even switch this out as a pseudo other commander if you wanted and stuff like that. And again, the same thing. You've got the regen built in, but you don't have the indestructible part or the trample.
But then again, this one can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control at all.
I mean, the other one basically can't either.
That's true. That's a good point.
Right? Nothing that's going to matter.
Yeah.
You've also got your Ulanwald tracker. 1 green for a 1/1 human shaman. 1 in the green, you tap it, target creature control fights another target creature. You just really power bonk things. And again, does not matter. Thrun is indestructible on your turn when you're doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this with Savala and Staff. I think I calculated it. Savala Thrun has to be at least at 10 power, which is not hard to do.
To fight everything?
Yeah, you can just infinitely fight everything and then just destroy it all.
You can fighting around the world. Thrun, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, again, you can do this as like instant speed removal if Thrun happens to be tapped, but just on your with Basilisk Collar, you're just able to like ping everything down. I like it. It's gross. We've also got like the most. I've got to take this one. Sorry.
Yeah.
We have the most statted card I believe they've ever printed at an uncommon. We've got Wilson, Refined Grizzly. We've got a 2-mana 2/2, 1 in a green. It's a Bear Warrior. This Bear Warrior cannot be countered. It has Vigilance. It has Reach. It has Trample. It has Ward 2. And it can choose a background. Wilson's disgusting. I just love Wilson. Even I literally have like 5 Wilson decks, and here's me, for anyone watching on the video, here's me building another Wilson list. It's one of my favorite cards that they've recently printed. It's so silly how like big and silly this bear is. Like, but again, that's keyword soup on there. Can't be countered. Vigilance, Reach, Trample, Ward 2, and then can still have backgrounds all at 2 mana. Even without that background, Wilson goes silly. Absolutely,
yeah. And I did throw this one in there to be an alternate commander. There's a very specific background as well.
Cool.
But
you also, like I said, you also have your trample built into this one, so you can go silly with it.
Yep.
Oh, and I really like your last one of the list too. Take it away.
Sure. So the last creature we got here is Zopendrel, Hunger Dominus, 5 double green for a 4/6 legendary Phyrexian Horror with Reach. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. And it's got pay Phyrexian green. Sacrifice 2 other creatures, put an indestructible counter on Zopendrel, Hunger Dominus.
Just the fact that that's already doubling that to the fact that it's already going to double it up to a 10/10 for you.
Yeah, exactly. And this one, you could also throw in your Unnatural Growth, I think was the one from Innistrad.
Probably, yeah. The enchantment that does it?
Yeah.
Zopendrel, I just put into the Arcades deck, where you can attack with all the defender stuff, because already at its thing, if your creatures are based on like a 4/6 thing, I put like the Dragon's Throne on it.
Yeah.
So my creature gets defender, and then this is a 12/12.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Let's do your enchantments next, because that is the part that I can put on the video. Brian, we need you back.
We miss you, Brian.
Yeah.
This first one I want to take.
Yeah, go ahead. It's gross. I love
this card so much. It's Colossification, 5 double green for an aura. Enchant creature. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +20/+20.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem for your commander, who has Trample, and is a 25/25, yeah.
Yeah. 25/25 Trample that can pretty much not interact with at all.
Yeah. You've got a Fertile Ground, 1 and a green. Enchant land whenever enchanted lands tap for mana. Its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any color. Solid.
Yep. We've got Indomitable Might, 3 and a green. It's got Flash, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and enchanted creature's controller may have it assign combat damage as though it weren't blocked.
Again, another giant problem.
Yeah.
Because you can, Especially if you've got your grafted exoskeleton. That's a grafted exoskeleton gives 1. Is that correct?
Grafted exoskeleton gives +2/+2. So 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if you've got grafted exoskeleton and indomitable might, that's a one-shot infect kill.
Yeah, right. Like that's 10 poison counters on the swing. I don't like that. I keep putting this card in decks right now. It's amazing. We got Kenrith's Transformation. Yeah, 1 in a green, enchant creature. It enters, you draw a card. I really love that. Just as an aside. But enchanted creature loses all their abilities and is a green elk with base power and toughness. 3/3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Then we've got Lure, 1 double green, enchant creature. All creatures able to block enchanted creature do so.
Yeah. Again, he's indestructible. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And if you've got that Basilisk Collar, you're every turn just killing whatever touches him.
Yep.
And they have to block. Having to block is such a bad decision. I don't want to. You must.
You have to.
Yeah.
This next one is the background that I was talking about.
This next one is the background I'm building on right now. Raised by Giants.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Raised by Giants is bonkers. It's 5 and a green. Commander creatures you own have base power toughness 10/10 and are giants. So Thrun is just the troll shaman giant and becomes a 10/10 with trample that can't be countered and can't be the target of non-green spells and has indestructible. That's a problem. Thrun is Raised by Giants at that point.
Yep. Then we've got our Rancor, 1 green, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trample. And when Rancor is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return Rancor to its owner's hand.
Yep.
Yep.
You've also got your Spider Umbra. 1 green, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 and reach, and it has totem armor. So even if someone can finally get through to hit Thrun, doesn't matter. Like you said, sweepers are needed in this, and sweepers aren't very common right now.
Nope. And our final enchantment here is Wild Growth. It's 1 green. You can enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no problem with that one.
Yeah.
Into your instance here, you have exactly what I thought you'd have there. We got the Ancient Animus. We've got 1 in the green. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control if it's legendary, then it fights a target creature and opponent's controls. Again, fighting doesn't matter when you're indestructible.
Yep.
Right?
Get rid of something that's a problem.
Right?
Good to go. Speaking of getting rid of something that's a problem, we've got Beast Within, of course. 2 in the green, destroy target permanent, its controller creates a 3/3 beast.
Yeah, that one is like a really big... This is literally Thrun's only, like, I think, natural predator.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's Beast Within. Maybe an Azuri's Predation, but those are still only 4/4s, and Thrun's going to beat those in a fight.
Yep.
Beast Within's amazing removal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've also got Fog, just a 1 green pip. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt during this turn.
Yep. Big problem if you don't get your Silent Arbiter out and Thrun for some reason doesn't have Vigilance.
Yeah, people are going to want to swing.
Probably going to want to protect yourself a little bit.
People want a little bit of revenge.
Yeah. Then we got Heroic Intervention. 1 in a green. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah, so when you're swinging with that World Slayer.
Yeah.
Gross. Super gross. You've also got your Infectious Bite. 1 in the green. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control, and each opponent gets a poison counter, because why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
You can kill people with Infect in this.
True.
Then we've got Krosan Grip, 2 in a green. It's got Split Second and destroy target artifact or enchantment.
It's down to so low, and you just don't see it in so many lists.
Yeah. I don't know why. This card's amazing.
It's really, really good. It's really good, especially in like an Aetherflux Reservoir, because you wait until a lot of people put all their triggers on the stack of gaining life, and you just wait till they go to resolve the first trigger, and then you Krosan Grip it. So they haven't gained any of the life yet to actually blow you up. Yeah, I love Krosan Grip. We've got our Nature's Claim. 1 green, you destroy target artifact or enchantment, and its controller gains 4 life. Yep. I'll make that.
Doesn't matter.
I'll make that trade in Commander every day.
Yep. Then we've got Noxious Revival. Phyrexian green. You can put target card from a graveyard on top of its owner's library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, this would be so annoying if I was trying to like animate dead something. I was like playing like a reanimate deck. I went through all the trouble of entombing it, and you just put it back on top, so I draw it when I'm trying. Ugh, gross. There's a lot of cards in here that you'd want to get back if they're destroyed, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Especially if you inadvertently destroy them yourself.
Yeah.
You've also got Obscuring Haze, another card that's for sure. I can't see anywhere else that they could reprint these other than the new Commander Legend stuff. So I think that they're going to be the blue one, Deflecting Swat.
Yeah, Deflecting Swat would be awesome in Commander Legends.
I love
Commander Masters.
Love Deflecting Swat. I love the blue one. To be honest, Otrimi's Rollick is just a phenomenal one as well. Like all of them are pretty great. I would love to see not only them, but a second cycle of them.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like these free ones and stuff. They incentivize you having your commanders out. The problem is just the price point of all of them. Like this one's the only cheap one. Like I think Flawless Maneuvers is like still like $20 or $30, and it was just in a precon.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like
then like the blue and the red one are still both up at like $60 or something like that.
Yeah, like it's a little silly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like again, sorry. Back on to what it does. If you control your commander, you can cast it for free, and you prevent all damage to be dealt this turn by creatures your opponents control.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Then we've got Return to Nature. 1 and a green. You can choose one, destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile target card from a graveyard.
Also, again, great utility.
Yeah.
And just cool artwork on it.
Yeah, I like the art on this one.
Yeah. You also have your Tameo Safekeeping, which is just a card I've been super in love with ever since it's printing. It's 1 green, target permanent you control gains hexproof and indestructible, and you gain 2 life. That does so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just again for 1 mana, it really really overperforms. And especially there's so much, like I said, it's only mass sweeps that are going to hit this. Like there's not. Oh, I would never worry about this dying to target removal.
No.
Yeah.
No, because like even if they cast something like a Beast Within, they have to do that.
Not on your turn, yeah.
Not on your turn, which feels kind of bad.
Well, and you don't, generally speaking, in Commander and just in games in general, you don't really want to solve problems for your opponents, right?
Yeah,
so I'm
exactly.
I'm not trying to Beast Within this until it's coming at me, and it's indestructible while it's coming at me.
Yeah.
So. We've got some sorceries left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've really gone through this list quick. This is a quick episode, rapid fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This actually will be a fast episode. Good. Good to hear sometimes. Sometimes people tire of my voice quickly. Start us off with your first one.
Yeah, first one we got is Bushwhack. 1 green. You can choose one, search your library for basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control.
I, again, also just love this card. Like, its utility is awesome. It's ramp if you're behind, and it's removal if you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's, again, 1 mana to go do half of a Cultivate. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's, again, at 1 pip, it does a lot. Speaking of the Cultivate, with Cultivate, 2 and a green, search your library for up to 2 basic lands, reveal them. 1 to the battlefield tapped, the other to your hand, then you shuffle. I put Cultivate in every deck that I can.
Yeah.
I never tire of it, yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we got Exponential Growth. Another Strixhaven card that I absolutely love.
I love Strixhaven, every part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's XX, green. Until end of turn, double target creature's power X times.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Even 4 in it, that makes Thrun a 10, then a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's if he doesn't have anything else attached to him.
Yeah, and that's a 6 mana card to make your commander a 20/20 trampler.
Yeah.
Gross.
What would that be? Make it 100/100 for 6 mana if you've got Philosophization on Thrun?
Yeah. Well, and it's in green, even casting something for 8 and making it a 40/40 that's not out of the realm of like a normal game, right? That's not like like the stars don't need to align for something like that to happen, right? Like having 8 mana in green is just like,
it's not hard to do.
Yeah, it's nothing, right? It's having 8 mana in green is as easy as Wizards not waiting 2 months to reveal product. So it's just a guarantee,
Oh, yeah,
death, taxes, new products.
Yeah.
We've also got your Harmonize, 2 double green. You draw 3 cards. I run Harmonize in a lot of decks. It's a cool card.
Yeah. We've got Nature's Lore, 1 and a green. Search your library for a forest card. Put that card onto the battlefield and then shuffle.
I love this artwork of Nature's Lore. What is this one from?
This is from the Dominaria Remastered.
That looks beautiful.
Who did this one? Yeah, whoever did this one did a great job, though.
Yeah, I can't see.
It's too small.
Yeah, it's too small in here. But it is, yeah, it's really, really cool artwork. From the cracks in the stone, she reads story of the past. From the swirling vines, she glimpses visions of the future. I got no problem with that one at all.
No.
You also got your Overwhelming Stampede, just another win more card with this. It's 3 double green. Until end of turn, creatures you control get trample, XX, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. And again, that's already 5. That's already all your creatures get 5/5 and trample for 5.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Not a problem at all. And rounding it out, we've got Rampant Growth, 1 and a green. Search your library for a basic land card. Put that card on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a 100-card list. We rapid fired this one.
Yeah, that only took us less than 45 minutes.
I was going to say like a nice half an hour kind of episode. Good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sometimes that's nice.
I don't know where my applause button is on there. I don't want to just hit random. Hit random sound triggers. But well, yeah. Yeah, no, it's also a really, really good budget deck. Like I'm actually surprised that the budget is so low, considering like some of the things like Hammer of Nazan is like $23 alone, right? Yeah.
I think even like up until this morning, the budget, like this deck was only like $100.
Yeah, and like your artifacts are $100, but everything else is like pretty cheap. Like, like even birds is like $8 of it. Like, yeah. No,
you can totally cut out like Hammer of Nazan and what was the other one here? Commander's Plate.
Oh yeah, Commander's Plate. I forgot all about that one.
And that right there, that's knocking off $50 of the list itself.
Yeah, no, you could build a really easy budget version of this one. And you're really, really low curve too. Like you're 2.6, like as an average mana curve. Like you're, there we go.
Yeah,
put that on the screen there.
I like to build on Moxfield and then port it over.
Yeah.
And with lands on Moxfield, it was saying the average CMC is 1.75.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot because like Zapandrel's the 7.
Yeah. And there's Zapandrel. And I think there was one before 7. What
was the other big one? Yeah.
Classification.
Okay, yeah. So those are pretty much game end cards already. You only got 1 6. You've got 3 5s, and then everything else. So like you've only got 3. Yeah, you've got 7 cards out of 60 plus cards that are going to be over 4 mana. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's just how I like it, nice and low.
Yeah, right. I'm a very big fan of this list.
Thank you.
This I would like to see this one on stream. Like this seems like just a fun one to roll over. Like not everything has to be like crazy high power. Everything like
exactly.
And man, that Thrun looks so weird.
The alt art one?
Yeah.
It reminds me kind of it kind of reminds me a little bit of Kiki Jiki.
Kind of, yeah.
For some reason. I
really liked all of these like all of these alt artwork for these things, I thought they've all just looked so cool. But Thrun has looked very interesting on its own for a while.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah.
Yeah, that is our list.
That is the list. I do have a couple like upgrades you can have written down. You could definitely add like a shadow spear or the swords of will be good in this list as well. Unnatural growth, like we were talking about. Even a bit more card draw, something like Sylvan Library would be good.
Yeah, if you had like the higher budget.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one. Allow me to grab my stack of cards here. Which one is it? That is the one I'm thinking. Hang on just one moment here. The Alpha Authority, that's one I would also do. It can't be blocked by more than one creature.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty solid one. Bear Umbra to keep untapping all your stuff when he attacks. But I think Bear Umbra is kind of pricey at the moment.
Bear Umbra right now is $950.
Yeah, it's not super cheap, but like the only other ones that I was gonna say is that like I would like again looking at my pile of cards list, I've got like things like Hunter's Insight, like that are just giving you that card draw on the combat damage, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually a pretty similar list to like some of the silly stuff I'm doing.
Nice. We'll have to play them in the same game on stream.
Yeah, just roll over people with our mono green stuff. Because let me tell you, if you think that I don't put removal in normal decks, wait until you see my mono green bear ones. This isn't the deck that I'm pulling out all the stops with my removal and interaction. My interaction is trample.
your interaction is player removal.
Yeah, right. My interaction is just like, go on, kill Wilson. He'll be back.
Yeah, he's a 2-mana.
Yeah, it's just me screaming Wilson. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like it. I'm happy to end her there. Like we read through the episode, we got it done. Get more of the day together.
Yeah.
All right, let me roll this.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Always appreciate it and stuff. This one was a quicker one, which was pretty delightful. To be honest, I usually have to slim the episodes down, and we definitely didn't this time. For everyone watching the video on YouTube, this is what you get when I video edit. It's we have two video editors. Like we have Kaylin, who produces our live videos for the stuff. She's not here right now, and then we have Brian, and Brian's at work. So you're getting what you're getting. If you like our content, go check it out at into the99.com. We've been in the works with some people that are going to be doing some new articles, just kind of deck building and deck guides. So I'm really, really excited for that. A bunch of new articles should be going up pretty soon. We've got lots of like live games that we're doing, lots of streams we have planned. We're going to be doing Patreon streams pretty soon. If you want to check us out and support us, the easiest way you can do it is liking and sharing. Obviously, that helps a ton, rating us as well. But if you want to go a little step further, we have a Patreon, great spot to chat and build decks, and we're all on at different weird times of the day, so really easy to chat deck ideas with us. And I just appreciate everyone listening. As always, thank you guys so much. And roll over some people with these trolls. You gotta troll the game.
Let me know on either Twitter or Instagram what you would have done differently in this deck.
Yeah, I would love to see. One last thing is a Yavimaya's Cradle. Or not Yavimaya's Cradle, the Yavimaya's Hollow. The regen one would be great in this deck, but it's such an expensive card. I can't wait for that to be reprinted.
Isn't Yavimaya's Hollow?
Yeah. I think it might be a reserve list one. Who knows?
A $65.
Yeah, it's so good though.
Land. Yeah, you can add one colorless or tap green, regenerate. Yeah.
Anyways, that's the end of it. There's my music one last time. Anyways, no. Thank everyone for listening or for tuning in, and have a great week.
Yeah, see you later.